February is an absolutely packed month of PS4 game releases. There's a game for everyone with so much variety from fighting games, platformers, RPG, it's all coming to the PS4 in February. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the top 10 upcoming PS4 games in February 2016. Number 10, Arslan, The Warriors of Legend. Arslan Senki, better known in the States as the Heroic Legend of Arslan, was one of the more underrated anime that has been released in recent years. Now Tecmo Koei is taking the anime license and they're doing their specialty, a Musou style hack and slash game. These Dynasty Warriors type of games always have people split. Some people really like them and others just think it's too repetitive. You know what type of game you're getting here. If you're a fan of the Musou games, you'll like this, and if you're a fan of Arslan, even better, then you'll get some fan service. Arslan, The Warriors of Legends releases on February 9th. Number 9, Gravity Rush Remastered. The initial stream of PlayStation Vita games was filled with quality. One of the best games on the platform was Gravity Rush by Studio Japan. Now the original PlayStation Vita game is coming to the PS4 Remastered. In the game you play as Kat, a girl that can control gravity to walk on walls, float, and use it in battle. The game was very unique and aesthetically fantastic with a great art style and a complementing soundtrack. The game did have some issues with its gameplay mechanics, but hopefully the transition to the big screen only makes the game better. And after you beat Gravity Rush Remastered, you'll want to know that Gravity Rush 2 is also set to come to the PS4 later this year. The remaster, however, will be released on February 2nd. Number 8, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. The idea of a Plants vs. Zombies shooter sounds like the most ridiculous thing ever. Don't let that scare you off though, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare is a very fun game. With well-designed maps, diverse character classes, the only real issue with the game was the lack of content, and that seems to be remedied in the sequel. With 6 new classes and new game modes, expect the second game to have a lot more variety and replay value. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 releases on February 23rd. Number 7, Mighty Number 9. Oh boy, Mighty Number 9 is filled with controversy. Originally, when the game was announced back in 2013 with a Kickstarter campaign, people were completely on board. Capcom had been doing nothing with Mega Man, and Mighty Number 9 to many seemed like a suitable replacement. The game ended up raising over $4 million, and it seemed like it would be smooth sailings from there. However, after multiple delays and another crowdfunding campaign, it seems as if many have lost hope for the game. However, there's still potential with Mighty Number 9. The game looks like a very fun platformer, and we just hope that it can prove the doubters wrong when it releases on February 9th. Number 6, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Digimon has been absent from the video game scene for a while now in the States, so it's nice to see the guys over at Bandai Namco are bringing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth over to the States. Originally released on the PlayStation Vita in Japan, the game is now also coming to the PS4. And obviously you can see the resemblance to the Pokemon games, but that's not really a bad thing, as Sony could use a big monster collecting franchise on their platforms. It's something their consoles have always been missing. And with Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, the game is catered to more of an adult audience with a better story and more mature themes. Hopefully the game can turn out to be a hit when it releases on February 2nd. Number 5, Unravel. Unravel is one of the more interesting games to come from EA, to say the least. The game centers around Yarny, a small creature made out of yarn. You use the yarn in his body to move around, solve puzzles, and progress in the game. It's a very interesting and unique mechanic, and the reveal at E3 2015 was filled with passion. The game's visuals are excellent, and EA typically doesn't publish a game like this, so hopefully it delivers as it's something very different. Unravel releases on February 9th. Number 4, Far Cry Primal. Far Cry is back yet again, but this time with a twist. Primal is set in the Stone Age. Gone is the typical gunplay of the previous Far Cry games in favor of what would be found in that era: melee weapons like spears, clubs, and axes. The game revolves around Takar, a hunter who rises in power and ends up leading his own tribe. Not only will you have to fight off the wildlife in the world, but there are also other tribes that threaten yours. Takar has the ability to tame animals such as saber-toothed cats by giving them food to eat. Far Cry has implemented a formula that's been getting a bit stale as of late, so it's nice to see Ubisoft try something a bit different with Primal. The game releases on February 23rd.
Target and take out the second one right away, and then double take that.
Number 3, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. As far as licensed video games go, Naruto has had some of the best ones out there. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm really brought the anime and a refined fighting game together, And now that's being capped off by what's set to be the final game in the series, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Graphics have always been top-notch in the Storm games, and now with this being the first game on the next generation consoles, expect that to be even better. Storm 4 will also boast the largest roster of characters the series has ever seen, with characters from the entire Naruto universe including the last and Boruto movies. The game covers the final arcs of the series and how the story of Naruto ends. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 releases on February 9th. Number 2, Firewatch. The debut video game for developers Campo Santo, Firewatch takes place in the Wyoming wilderness in 1989, in the aftermath of the Yellowstone fires. You play as Henry, a fire lookout. Henry discovers clues about mysterious occurrences in the area where his tower was ransacked while he was on patrol. Firewatch is a very story-driven game, so expect some great writing and character development. What you also probably notice is the game's fantastic watercolor art style. The game looks great. Hopefully Campo Santo can make a good first impression when Firewatch releases on February 9th.
Look, why are we even here?
To make sure the damn wilderness doesn't burn.
Number 1, Street Fighter V. Capcom is finally back with a new numbered entry to the Street Fighter franchise after countless iterations of Street Fighter IV. Street Fighter V's gameplay has been refined with new inclusions such as the V-Gauge, which gives characters new techniques. As far as how many characters are in the game, you can expect 16 at launch, with more being added with updates. The characters that are added can be purchased with in-game money or real-world money. A great thing about the game is that it's releasing on PC and PlayStation 4, but it will actually feature cross-play between the two platforms, which is pretty cool. Street Fighter V releases on February 16th. So that wraps up our countdown of the top 10 upcoming PS4 games in February. What do you think? This month is absolutely loaded with releases, so our wallets might get a bit crunched. Which games are you picking up? Let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.